Okay, team. I've been doing a lot of research and I don't know a lot of things. I think that's the first thing to note. I don't know a lot, but I have done a lot of research. Why? Because I want to make sure that I understand what's happening. So, what's happening? We are going to, so as you know, M and Jamberry have, I don't think they've become a partnership. Okay, I don't even know if that's the right verbiage, and I know that there's a lot of direct sales slang being thrown around, things like legacy and things like trees and whatnot. I want you to know, I had some great talks with some upline leaders that are near and dear to my heart, not necessarily people that are in my upline tree, but people who recognize that I was freaking out. What does this mean? I don't understand what this means. And here's what this means, and here's what made me feel better about the whole thing. Number one, if you do what you've been doing, you will be paid better than what you have been. Period. So as long as you're doing what you're doing, you're going to be paid better. And that's the comp plan changes are going into effect. It's my understanding as of June 1st, which I recognize is soon. Hit what you want to hit this month. I don't want you to stop if you don't need to. If you've got plans and you've got parties and things like that, keep going. Keep that going. We don't know details on a lot of things yet, but I want to share with you what I do know thus far. And what I know thus far is if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to be paid better for it starting June 1st. So if you're averaging, I have a number of team members that are here and consistently hitting active. You know what you have to do to hit active under the M compensation plan? Sell $60, you're active. And then you get commissions on both what you've sold, in addition to team. And that's a little bit what I want to start to scratch the surface. It's not going to be a deep dive because I don't have all the information, but I'm continuing to gather information and learn. I'm not even going to talk about the products. I will after I try them, okay? If it's something that I like and I can encourage, and I'm a super big snot about like sugars and things like that, and like false sugars and nutritional products, don't excite me, and it's why I didn't join a nutritional products company. So don't worry about that part of it. Let's stay in this lane, which is the Jamberry lane. So in terms of selling Jamberry products, what you have to do right now to rank up, as you all know, is in order for you to rank up, you have to have 2 active team members. The vast majority of this team needs to have 2 active team members in order to rank up. Or no, I'm sorry, 1 or 2. You're all in that kind of realm, and it's really hard to do that, right? You're entirely dependent on others' decisions and others' businesses in order for yours to succeed. And with the new plan, you don't have to do that. In fact, if you hit that 60, then you will be paid commissions on individuals under you that you didn't recruit, which sounds a little crazy, but it's true. One of the other things that's interesting is if someone signs up to join under you, even if they're a kidnapper, you get like a cash bonus for a portion of that kit. I'm not going to cite dollars yet because I know it or I've learned it for M's product line and their different kit options. I don't know it for Jamberry's. But I do know that if somebody signs up under you, you get a cash bonus just for them signing up or just stealing that kit. Totally fine. That's awesome. Also, in terms of number of individuals that I can have underneath me, like currently I have like 12, and at one point I had like 25 people on my team, maybe even more. I should look that up. But if you have all those individuals, I was getting paid some commissions like 5 to 7% on those individuals. Well, the way that it works now is I'm going to show you scary things. Don't be scared. I'm here for you. So here you can see and there's stuff on the back, so don't look at the back yet. Don't look at the back. So, whoopsie. If I go this way, then you can't see the back. So in this case, they call these business centers, but they're really people, okay? I want to not get stuck in jargon. But the way that it works is when we move over to M's commission structure, they're giving us 3 business centers, which is equivalent to when someone signs up with a $500 pack of M's products. Again, don't get stuck on the products and the plans. I just want you to understand this is what's a business center. Each business center can have 2 individuals. Okay, so we actually get 3 essentially business centers. The top one is you, and then these 2 are also you. So I get that it's not super intuitive, but we're getting there. So from there, you can only have 4 frontline team members, 4 people. Now, what happens when, so let's say that if this is you and you have 4 frontline, let's say you don't have 4 people, right? Jamberries was reliant on you getting other individuals recruiting people and having them be active in order to get paid on them. M was like, this isn't working. They didn't set it up that way because they recognized that the vast majority of people sign up, steal the kit, and then don't really sell anything beyond that. And in order to keep people engaged, they were like, let's build a compensation plan to keep people engaged. Let's flip it. Okay, now we're going to put me up top because I'm the head of Team Jambition, and this is what finally made me like go, oh, this is not bad. If you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to get paid better for what you are currently doing. So you can see I kind of messed up over here, but these are my 3 business centers, right? So this is when I roll it into the M company plan. You don't get products, but this is what you start with, okay? And then I have 4 team members, okay? I have more than 4 team members right now, and so I don't know how these are going to be delineated, but I can tell you how they're filled in. So after, let's say that this one's you watching this. So this one's you, and then this is essentially this chart, right? But let's say you only have right here, let's say you have 1 team member or you don't have any, okay? So for me, what happens is this chart gets filled out. So I have my first 4 individuals. Again, I don't know how that's loaded in there, but I have my first 4 individuals, and then they are, again, it's going to be, in this case, it's you and you, and then this one will be number 2 and number 2, number 3, number 3, number 4, and number 4. Then those individuals down here, so for me, what happens is after let's say we're going to go with 10 because it's going to make my life, we're going to go with an even number, 8. It's going to make life easier. So in this case, I have you as number 1, and then I have number 2, 3, 4, and then these are all your 2 centers as is here for me, right? And then you have, right here, you have 4 people under you. Well, if you don't have anyone under you, what happens is I have 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my number 5 is going to go right here. My number 6 is going to go right here. My number 7 is going to go right here. And my number 8 is going to be right here. So whoever's in this spot, you're going to have individuals underneath you. Does that mean you have to work and like make those people work? No. But if you sell $60, you get 5% of this person's pay and 5% of this person's pay and 5% of this person's pay and 5% of this person's pay. Like, that's it. So that's something to keep in mind. So in that case, if I have 8 people, then they're going to fall in line. It always goes next level down, and then it goes left to right. I don't know if this is going to present left to right to you when this gets viewed, but point is, it fills in from this way, just like reading. Okay, so this would say number 2, number 2, number 2, and then number 3, number 3, number 3, number 3, number 4, number 4. So I want you to understand that my team members, all of you, right, my friends, are going to fall in line if you sell $60 in Jamberry products. Like, I'm not talking about the nutritional stuff. I will, if I try it and I like it, I will share it here, and I'll share my experience. I don't know what they're going to do. I have made it abundantly clear to friends that I'd like to try like each of the sticks without buying a box of the sticks, right? Like, nobody wants to do that. So I'm hoping that they actually provide that. I know that they're looking to provide a, we'll get a discount on the stuff, and they're saying don't run and buy it yet. And if I saw a trial pack, I would try it, but I have not seen that yet. Okay, so I want to keep this relatively short, but I just wanted to start with that portion of it. From that portion, so I want you to understand that's the tree. And I want you to understand if you don't have team members under you, that's okay, because they'll fill in. They'll fill in from my team. And then my team, and then also it fills in from like above. So as people come in, it is a bit of a craziness the way that it fills in, but I am paid, or I'm going to get team members from my upline as well. So my upline is working, and then they fill in. If somebody isn't active, you just don't get paid that month, and then your upline gets paid. So if there's a gap right now, if someone doesn't hit active, the way that the leg works is it's kind of a dead leg, and it doesn't have that with this new plan. So there is many benefits, and as far as I can tell, it's super duper lucrative. If I don't feel it's the right move, I will make sure to let you know. Okay, if you trust me, which I hope you do, I will not steer you wrong. I mean, I'm in a very unique position, and I'm grateful for my position in knowing a number of direct sales companies and knowing a number of different commission plans and structures, and I'm excited and interested to give this one a go. I also want to know about it because come June, I want to give it a fair shot. And again, worst comes to worst, if I do my normal numbers, should be fine. If I do my normal numbers, we're going to start off at another level. They have like this level chart, and I will do my best to find like a PDF of their compensation plan so you can review it. But they have great bonuses. So they've got like, they have a program called Beat the Box. So, you know, when you sign up and then you're like waiting for your kit, they have something similar, and I hope they do this for Jamberry products as well. We will find out. Where if you sign two additional people, even if they're kidnappers, before the box comes there, you get like a cash bonus. You just get dollars, like not credits, not any of that. And it may change. I'm not sure. They're still working a lot of these things out. But honestly, I don't know. Sounds cool to me. If we get that option, I might try to beat the box, right? And if you don't beat it, it's okay. You don't get that cash bonus. Secondary, we do get paid weekly. I asked that question. I believe there's a monthly bonus check as well. It's very similar to Jamberry. JamPay is going to move over to their thing. But I got your hand through this, and I'm going to be here for you. And I'm really excited to have done a lot of research and to bring this to you. So if you're scared, PM me. Okay, you don't have to, don't be scared. I was super scared. I was crying to friends going, I don't know what this means. I don't know what this whole thing is, and I don't necessarily trust it. And this isn't necessarily the vibe that I signed up for. And it took me a year to join Jamberry. And now I'm expected to embrace this new compensation plan, like without any questions asked, in like a week and a half. And they were like, just do what you're doing and then see how it pays, and you'll be fine. And that opened my eyes, and it made me do some additional research without necessarily woe is meing it. But if you have questions and you want me to address them, or if you have questions for me, please reach out, because I think that this may be something really great for us. Also, lastly, I didn't realize that there is a program. Anybody who's been a Jamberry consultant in the past has the ability to sign up for free this month. What does that mean? They can sign up for free. There's no kit. But then June 1st, they have the opportunity to see, use, buy, go for it. Go for it with either Jamberry or M products or both. M Network or both. So if you know anybody who's been a Jamberry consultant and like hasn't done it in a while, reach out to them, because being able to grow your tree, you'll start to get paid for people that you didn't necessarily bring in through like mine and through my upline, as well as you'll also be paid on anybody who you bring in. And if it's free, if you know someone who has joined Jamberry previously and is no longer active, then please bring them back in. If they've gone inactive in the last 6 months, they're going to go back to whoever they were under previously. I know some friends have had their downlines that were active and are no longer active, so I encourage you to reach out and just say, hey, let's get you back. And if you don't do anything with it, there's no harm, no foul. And if you do, if you sell $60, you can get paid on other people's downline. All right. So please, I'm here, I'm candid, I'm here for you, and I appreciate your love and addiction, right? Because we're all addicted. And I look forward to answering any questions you may have. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll be back. I'll be around often. Thanks, friends.